Philly Podfest. Welcome to the Cinescape Podcast, where we're changing the landscape of movie and TV news and reviews. I am one of your hosts, Sean Harrigan, joined as always by Bill Rowdy Tazzy.
Woo!
That's right, Bill. How the hell are you doing today, man?
I'm beating off the heat today.
Yeah, we're beating off the heat,
beating
off the meat.
I'm trying to, battle the heat today.
Oh, good luck.
It's a tough one. But you got your Natter Day.
Yeah, natty,
your Natter Day
natty
beer.
Splatties.
Yeah, with
We'll be paying for that later.
Yeah,
$3 now. Worth less later.
Yeah, a lot less. But, before we jump into it, let's give a shout out to the Philly Podfest sponsors
that's where we are right now.
We are. We're at Tattooed Moms here, South Street, Philadelphia.
I thought this place looked familiar.
Yeah, we passed out here before or something. But let's go down the list real quick. It's a big list. Terrific list. It's a wonderful list. If I had any sort of list to choose from, this would be the list. We got Indie Halls, Tattooed Moms, the National Liberty Museum, World Cafe Live.
Ooh, we've been there.
We've been there, yes.
That weirdo
Didn't we
concert.
bake out
Yes.
that underpass parking lot? That's
There's weird people dancing around the crowd, tripping balls and shit.
Right. I want to be that. Fireball Printing. Ooh. Everything is awesome. Hello.
And you're part of the team.
Just one of you. OB Media, Philly Banner Express, Tea House Screen Printing, Bridge Set Sound, and of course the Philly Podcasting Society, and everyone involved for spreading the love.
Absolutely. Just wanted to add Tegan and Nathan Corona in there as well.
Who?
They are the people behind the scenes getting everything together.
Oh.
So shout out to
The
the Coronas
puppeteers.
here. Yeah, they're pulling the strings.
Pulling the
behind
strings.
scenes, Bill. But like you said, we are at the 2019 Philadelphia Podcast Festival right here at Tattooed.
We
Moms
are. No one else
on
is.
South Street. Yeah, we might be. Maybe they're coming in later. They're just being fashionably late. Somebody's in the bathroom.
We should be able to
taking a
lock
dump.
the bathroom doors in here.
While they're in there?
Right, or
trap
while
them
they're
in?
in there or before they even enter.
Okay.
Because knowing that we are recording in here and the bathroom is in the recording area, we should be able to have some kind of control over that, don't you think?
I certainly agree. I would love to trap
We'll take it up
somebody
with
in their own
management.
stink.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get this figured out.
Yeah, all right.
Well, until somebody comes in, we're just going to get right into our... You know what? I don't want to get right into it yet.
You don't
Bill,
want to get into it?
We can have a couple minutes here.
We can.
Just to digress
Just
a little
a few.
bit. Bill, this is actually our first show in a little bit of time here, like 2 months.
And
taking a little
more than a fortnight,
yes,
I'd say.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's like a 28 night.
Well, I've been busy. I don't know if
You've
you
been
know.
busy. I've been busy. The summertime, there's a lot going on. Last year, we were kind of in the same boat after our show here for our first appearance at the Philly Podcast Festival. We took a lengthy break, a hiatus.
Yes.
And I feel like we're in that summer lull right now. Last year, my wife was pregnant with our first child together.
Right.
This year,
I've been dropping loads like crazy, and you know what? One of them got through, Sean.
He's pregnant, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, remember the opening? The Look Who's Talking when it's like Bruce Willis is like, yeah, I'm gonna get.
That's right.
Yeah, that's.
Bill played match game with his wife's vagina, and he won. He is going to be a proud parent of a new boy or girl. We don't know yet, but we'll find out later this year, ladies and gentlemen. Bill, the Thrill Tazzy, is going to be a father.
Non-binary Bill Tazzy.
That's great for you. Great for Sam. Great for the Tazzy clan.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I know.
My wife and I are very
Sam's
excited.
going to have to crochet some stuff like this on the
my
wall.
wife can help out. She's a crochet.
Yeah.
I don't know how you... Yeah.
It depends on the generation. Like, think about, it started as Trekkers, Star Trekkers,
Trekkies.
and then they became Trekkies.
Yeah.
It's all universal.
How about like a Trekster?
Yeah. Well,
Anything else? I mean, you're gonna be a dad.
Yeah.
You got some dogs.
We got dogs.
It's really hot out. With the heat index, it's 111 right now.
Oh, that's a lot.
Can you believe that?
That's a lot.
By the time I get home to my house, it's going to be 111 inside.
That sounds like you should stop into Tattooed Moms on South Street and get an ass basket.
That's right, you should have.
Right, but you know what? We can't be doing this all day.
I think we're going to play a lot.
Maybe we could if nobody shows up for the next time slot. Who knows? But why don't we move on?
All right, well, Bill, we're going to get into our TV Buzz segment of the show where we're going to highlight some of the biggest stories from the world of the TVs. And just to let everybody know, in a little bit, the Marvel panel at San Diego Comic-Con is going to be starting. So we're going to kind of keep our eyes in multiple places, seeing if any news drops. If so, we will bring that to you as a breaking news segment. But as for now, Bill, we got a little bit of a sad note to start off on.
Right. Well, tragedy struck on the set of the second season of Titans for DC Universe. According to a new report from TMZ, special effects coordinator Warren Appleby passed away after being struck by a heavy object while filming the series. According to the report, the incident took place at a test facility where the crew tests the process for the stunts that they plan to enact on the screen. After they work out how the stunt will be executed and filmed, then they carry out the plan over to production. The report states that the stunt included a car flipping over on its side, but that a piece of shrapnel flew off and struck the crew member in the head. TMZ states that authorities in Toronto, where Titans is being filmed, indicated that Appleby died en route to the hospital. Warner Brothers Television issued a statement in the wake of Appleby's tragic passing.
It's these fucking Canadians' fault, really. They have do they have OSHA up there? Do they have any kind of standards?
They probably do not have OSHA up there. Very loose and lax guidelines. And this just goes to show that stuntmen do perilous work that goes largely unnoticed.
Yeah, until they die.
Yeah, exactly. And in the world of television and movies, these guys need to be represented more in the award spectrum for the work that they do. I mean, the fact that this guy could be playing God knows whose character's stunt double, and it was like, oh shit, that could have been me.
Yeah, I think what we need is, stunt person Pride Month. I think we need to get that started ASAP.
What color ribbon?
Probably like a real deep red.
Blood red.
Yeah. Most likely.
Good. I'm on board. Sold.
Good?
Sean.
All right, well, we're going to move along and try to get it a little more upbeat, Bill. Although actor Brandon Routh currently plays Ray Palmer / the Atom in the CW's Arrowverse of TV shows, the actor who previously played Superman in 2006's Superman Returns will be reprising his Kryptonian role from the film during this year's 5-night crossover event Crisis on Infinite Earths. Tyler Hoechlin's version of Superman will also appear, uniting two different Supermen, both from film and television, on the same platform. The 5-night crossover event starts later on this year, Bill, in December. So we have a former Superman in the movies, a current Superman on the TVs, shoving everybody together. Batman, not there because he's just in the movies, but we have Batwoman coming. Yeah, this is going to be a thing across all 5 of these shows.
Don't care.
Why not, Bill? This is your wheelhouse, isn't it?
I don't care about Brandon Routh playing Arnold Palmer and the Superman Returns again. Where did he go in the first place?
Don't care.
It's too much for me to follow. DC's got shit splattered all over the wall.
Oh God, it's on the wall.
Like this place has bumper stickers all over it. I mean, come on, man.
It does?
Yeah, it does. Don't you see the?
Wow,
that's Harriet Tubman. Wow. That's an actual reference to this place because there's a Harriet Tubman sticker.
Oh my
God. Basically, Sean, I'm not going to be investing my time whatsoever into this. So I'll allow you to fill me in the future on these projects.
Did you see Superman Returns?
Yeah, I saw
it. Was supposed to be a direct sequel to...
Right. It's basically about him knocking
Donner
up a
Superman.
human and how he has,
Super sperm?
Super sperm, and, he creates a hybrid human Kryptonian child, basically, that basically is left out there to really not know their father all too well.
It's kind of like how the T-1000 is like a liquid human sperm creature.
Well, yeah, I mean, anybody that's interested in a T-1000 is gonna... I mean, come on, it's obvious, right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah. As we're recording here, I think it's proper for us to acknowledge when guests walk in.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi, guests.
How we doing?
Are you enjoying drinking out of paper straws? Yes. Okay.
Does it feel a little weird on your lips, honestly? Because it does for me. Yeah, doesn't it? It's like you're definitely not used to it, and you're like, what the hell is this?
Is this going to disintegrate? Why don't they make it out of something edible? There's edible underwear and edible, like, nipple tassels. Why don't they make the straw something that's edible, right? Like obviously,
like a
if
Twizzler?
Right, like, so it's in your drink.
A cinnamon stick?
I could understand if it was dissolving from the bottom up in the drink,
right.
But why don't they give you something to look forward to after you finish your drink, right? Like, hey.
Pièce de la résistance. Something like that.
Sure,
Sure.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
It's like how you got like a little gummy bear at the bottom of your ice cream cone.
Ooh, piece of candy.
You
piece
didn't know
of
that
candy.
was going to be there,
Right.
did you? Yeah, here it is.
So, maybe we should just move on. And
Superman, two Supermans coming together.
Right.
Christmas time. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, sure. You can fill me in on how
I will.
Superman returned from the grocery store.
I will. I certainly will. And with that, Bill,
Yeah.
we just have two stories in our TV Buzz segment. We're going to wrap that up and flip our script to the world of the moving pictures. We also just have two here. I'm going to start off this time, Bill.
Yeah, you started off.
Like we mentioned, San Diego Comic-Con
Little diddle.
is going
Little
on
diddle.
right here. Yeah, we're going to tease you a little bit here.
Little diddle.
During a panel for The Walking Dead during this year's San Diego Comic-Con, it was revealed that the two upcoming films will be released theatrically. That's right, Bill. Theatrically, not
in a
on
theater?
TV. In the theater.
Oh, wow.
A 24-second teaser featured the helicopter last seen carrying a near-death Rick Grimes flying off towards a city with a text that reads, "Rick Grimes returns only in theaters." A tweet from the show's official account confirmed it, adding that the first of these Untitled Walking Dead movies will be distributed by Universal Pictures. No release date has yet been determined. It was also announced that during Season 10 series star Denai Guerrera, who plays Michonne, will be exiting the series, and also that the spin-off series Fear the Walking Dead was renewed for a 6th season. So we have another season coming up, beginning of October. Season 10 can be Michonne's last. We have more Fear the Walking Dead. There's been a third show announced that they've been teasing things about this year's Comic-Con as well. But we have these two movies that were announced during last season. It's really going to be something unprecedented here with these TV movies. Yeah, you were kind of expecting to be just maybe a 90-minute special on AMC where it's broadcast.
Or a Lifetime movie of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. Something schlocky, but Universal's backing them here, and it sounds like they're going to make this pretty a pretty large spectacle.
Did you hear that? I had a little beer burp in the mic there.
No, I didn't.
Did you hear
Did
that?
you do it again?
I hope that's on camera.
I hope it is.
A little
Did you
beer
get
burp.
that?
It was like a like I don't know. I heard it and I was like, ooh. If someone else heard that, there could be misconceptions like, oh, this guy's gonna hurl. No, it's just a heat. It was like a heat bubble going on. Like the heat plus the beer equals a little bubble
that's
in the
bad.
esophageal.
Esophagus.
Yeah, but esophageal region. Like it wasn't full up and
Did I get that one for you?
That.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
the Walking Dead movies.
Yeah, so I'm not going to watch this.
No, you're not going to watch.
Nah,
Bill doesn't watch
I
it.
haven't invested any time whatsoever.
Well,
in The
as
Walking
somebody
Dead.
who does watch The Walking Dead, I'm excited because, Rick has been gone for a season now. Season 10's going to be without him. So, I need me some more Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes, sounds like the white neighbor that you can just, he's there, but, when you need him, he's the guy you need to borrow a shovel from.
Sounds like he should be a mechanic.
Hey, Rick. Hey, Grimey.
Like a janitor.
You either call him Rick or Grimey.
Remember the Simpsons
hey,
character?
Grimey, you got some mulch? I need some mulch.
Well, there's a Simpsons character.
I got you.
A guy who worked with Homer at the plant. His last name is Grimes, and Homer called him Grimy. He didn't like it very much.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, hey, Grimy.
I mean, would you want to be called Grimy?
Nah, that guy sounds dirty.
Not really. Well, moving on.
All right.
Last year saw the return of infamous slasher icon Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise.
Spooky.
But it was just announced that Blumhouse has set release dates and titles for 2 sequels to the new incarnation. Halloween Kills hits theaters on October 16, 2020, while Halloween Ends premieres on October 15th, 2021.
No.
Jamie Lee Curtis will return for both films alongside Nick Castle to play Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, respectively. We both talked
sideways.
Slap you sideways, you son of a bitch. So we both talked about this movie. We seen it recently. My wife probably just found out now that I watched it without her, and she's going to be mad.
You,
but you fell asleep. I can't do anything about that. Okay, well.
She's pregnant, Bill.
She's pregnant?
For Christ's sake.
With whose baby, God damn it?
You better hope it's yours.
Yeah, I better hope it's mine.
Be the milkman's child.
we both saw this movie recently, and
I saw it when it first came out.
Oh, good for you!
Yeah, one of them press screenings.
You have a press screening.
Yeah, I saw the press
you're
screening.
so cool. You think you're cool, Danny?
Newsflash, hot shot.
I saw this earlier in the week, and at first, I was into it. I liked the cast that they had. There was some good faces, good names in there. And the movie started to take some typical turns for a horror movie, right? Where it was like, bitch, you are standing there. Michael Myers is coming after you, and there is a whole closet full of guns, and you're not reaching for any of them. But
there's a lot of guns.
There was a lot of guns. Exactly my point. You're not going to grab one of these right now and try and blast Michael Myers, famous killer, who's just... broke out of prison after 40 years.
Well, she had other plans.
Coincidentally. But it was
she knew what she wanted to do with him.
Right. Well, obviously she showed that in the movie. Spoiler alert. But, after I watched the movie, what I was annoyed with, I realized soon that what I was annoyed with was actually the same cheap ploys that the original movies established and many other horror movies established in that way of campy horror movies. The obvious is what reels you in at times, correct?
Don't go down there.
Yeah, right, exactly. So this movie employed some of those things that you're just and at the same time, when I think about why I maybe thought like that, and I think it's because in this day and age where... the over-commercialization of movies, big budgets, big marketing, puts movies out there and sets your expectations high for something when it's every...
expectations.
Exactly. When every, campy 80s horror movie, any horror movie out of the 80s was a B-rate movie. They were terrible, but that's why you love them, right? So it's kind of hard to... sit there and be like, oh, well, this movie should have been this or should have been that. No, it actually set out to achieve what, the original movies back in the 80s did. So it's good to see that.
My wife's going on the border, just to let you know. She just texted me.
She's going on the border?
Yes.
With who?
Her friend Tanya.
How does she spell Tanya?
With an I.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I like the Y. Don't you?
I like the Y.
I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who's Tanya with an I?
Tanya. Tanaya?
No.
I don't know.
Anyway. Tanaya?
Halloween, though.
Ridiculous.
I enjoyed it for what it was. They definitely.
Well, what was it?
It was good.
Okay.
That's good fun horror. I enjoyed the version of Laurie Strode that we got. Somebody who's been tormented throughout the entirety of her life. Always waiting for him to escape, always waiting for him to come back after her. Being reclusive from her family, her daughter, her granddaughter.
Her daughter was an idiot, though, running through the woods for like 20 minutes in the wrong direction.
Look, when you get turned around in the woods, you got no idea where you're going. It can be difficult to navigate your way through.
Gotta love how the
That's why Hansel and Gretel used the.
Gotta love how Judy Greer's husband was just like stuffed up in the closet, though.
Yeah, and can we talk about Judy Greer for a second? She is one of these.
I'm a fan of Judy Greer.
I was going to be more a little piggish. Yeah, one of these, like, sometimes she's hot and then sometimes, nah. Like, I don't know. She's a two-face, kind of, to use a Seinfeld term. Like, sometimes she looks pretty good.
I was just going to say, like, I like her versatility in movies, but okay.
Okay. Yeah, she's cool, I guess.
Fuck. Okay.
Did you like her in Ant-Man?
Why don't you get another Natter Day?
She played two different characters on 2.5 Men.
No, because I never watched 2.5 Men.
Why the hell not? Great show.
Because I don't need tiger blood.
Anyway. No, Judy Greer in the movie, she's also, she didn't come off as somebody who's been, on the same level as Jamie Lee Curtis in terms of, being a doomsday prepper kind of thing. But she knew her shit. She knew how to handle guns and weapons, and she was right in on the action and helped, bring Michael down there in the end. I'm kind of not cool with the titles for the two sequels. Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. I guess the franchise is done after the third one. Spoiler alert. But Halloween's not killing anybody. Like, Halloween's not a character. I don't know. I mean, just seems a little too on the nose for me.
It all takes precedence on Halloween.
What if it happens in like January though? Not at Halloween at all. I think they should do it. Really be bold. Look, we can stop calling manhole covers. We can take Halloween movies out of Halloween. We're starting the movement right here, folks.
All right.
Is that it? Is that all you got? Anything else to add?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up the Flipping the Script segment here. Bill, I want to do something that we haven't done in quite a while. From time to time, new movies are going to be coming out, and the movie theater companies want you to come to the theaters to see them. So they put out trailers for them.
I hear in Philadelphia, some people actually come in the theater.
Yeah, I've done it plenty of times.
Ah, okay.
That was my teenage formative years. I really grew to appreciate
Have you ever taken a shit in a movie theater?
Like in the actual theater? Like on a seat?
Like I knew people that no. Like I took a dump in the corner of Regal Cinema. I'm like, why? Why would you need to do that?
You're an asshole.
Well, that's where it came from.
It did. Touche.
So, yeah. But
no, I have not pooped inside a theater. Maybe in the bathroom. Definitely in the bathroom.
Naturally.
Remember when we tried to see Star Trek 2?
Oh God, you ruined that
I missed
movie.
the whole crux of the movie there because I was stuck on the toilet.
Right.
Toilet, not the corner of the theater.
Are you a Star Trek fan? Not really.
Nah, you don't get
You ever see Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan?
Khan.
All right, forget you. Okay. Well, Sam's seen it. Sam's sitting there in attendance here. And for listeners, Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan, obviously a pivotal movie in the original movie franchise. I took Sean to see it at a movie tavern out in PA one time. I was like, Sean, they're showing Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. I'm like, this is your entry into Star Trek. If you're going to watch a movie and, it's got to be Star Trek, it's got to be Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. I'm like, you got Khan, Spock dies, the Enterprise is almost blown to bits. Yeah, for real. And so I'm like, Sean, let's go see this movie. So we go, we drive up the turnpike, we get to the movie tavern, we start drinking like 2 hours before the movie, right?
Kind of like today.
Kind of like today. Yeah. Like, hey, let's show up. Let's do that podcast thing we got to do, and let's get our buzz on. Burger.
I'm having a great time.
And so the cool thing about Movie Tavern, obviously, is the fact that you can order food directly to your seat. Uber convenient, great.
No, it doesn't. It's not involved with Uber.
No Uber.
No,
I'm
they're
just
not
using the term Uber as far as great.
Oh.
Or,
I think they've trademarked
what do you got?
that.
The Jimmy leg going on here?
Yeah.
What do you got? What is this?
I always do.
Knock it off.
All right.
So you see him over here like tiptoeing. You tip tapping.
Tippy toe.
So we get there. We have drinks. We sit down. We order food, and right at the precipice of where Khan is. Setting off the missile to explode, Enterprise dead in the water. Spock realizes he's got to go down and fix the warp core, or the whole ship is dead. Basically, everything that's been working up to this moment, Sean's like, I gotta go poop, and you go run off, and you didn't come back until right before the credits started rolling, a good 25 minutes. You were gone. You bastard! It was embarrassing, needless to say.
You gotta go. I mean, I still stand by what happened that day. I don't feel bad about it. I never have tried to watch Star Trek II Wrath of Khan again since.
Well, they're on Netflix.
I don't feel like I missed anything.
They're on Netflix.
I have all of them on a hard drive. I've just never watched. I tried watching the motion picture before. That was terrible. Yeah. Can't do it.
Nah, I don't blame you.
Nah, it stinks.
The only good part about motion picture is in the beginning when they try to... Basically, the person that they try to beam up, who's Spock's... he's the new Spock. He dies in a transporter accident.
Spoiler alert.
Right. And then they get Spock later on, but they're when they couldn't save him from the transporter incident, they're Kirk calls down to the space station. Did you get him? What we got didn't live very long. It's well, that was a mess. Yet they kept beaming people up after that. So talk about OSHA. Yeah, you know what? Transporter's good to go. Go ahead.
Look, just use it the right way and we won't have this issue.
Yeah.
It's fine. Before we continue on, I feel a little upset that you haven't commented on my attire.
Well, your attire, I don't think needs any commentary.
I think it does.
If obviously the camera we brought is going to record that, and Kevin's going to take
great shirt.
It is a great shirt. And you know what? The thing I regard is that it is Eagles.
It is.
And you don't really notice the Eagles logo unless
right
you look, intently. But you got pineapples and you got some, I don't even know what these are. Maybe some kind of...
arugula.
Some arugula. You got some kind of pod flowers, some kind of tropical leaves going on here.
Plant.
It's very loud. I mean, you are obviously the most noticeable person out in the bar area with toucans and your Corona sunglasses and your fedora. Which, by the way, you were the first fedora in here, and then
because I was the first person in here.
Well, yeah, and then that pub crawl came in, and there was
brought a couple hippies in.
Yeah, there was 3 or 4 fedoras that were added to the mix, and
it's a fedora foursome.
Yeah, and there was a couple stomachs that we regrettably
Vajumics,
some gunts.
Oh, gooch,
nice gunt.
Yeah,
Fupa. Dunlop. Stomach Dunlop over your belt. So, yeah, a nice sweaty day down here in Philadelphia.
So hot.
Yeah, it's ugly.
I feel like I can smell my own ball sack right now.
Oh, my God. What does that smell like without me getting near it?
Not good.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So we were trying to
I don't know where
talk
to go
earlier
from there.
about movies and when movies are coming out.
Oh, yeah, we got to take a ride into the trailer park.
Yeah, we got to take a ride to the Cinescape trailer park now.
Let's go into that trailer park.
So we got a bunch of trailers, Bill, that we wanted to go over. A lot of them are coming out during San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
We have 4 here today that we need to talk about. Let's get into the first one here, as we got a San Diego Comic-Con trailer for the upcoming horror sequel, It Chapter 2. Bill, how did It Chapter 2's final trailer make you feel inside?
I can speak for my wife, who's exclaiming over there. We liked it. I think the cast is on point for not only the representation of the children that we saw in the first chapter, but also I feel like the people that are coming together in this movie not only represent the youthful versions, but they also kind of have an organic connection just on their own. So I'm very excited to see these guys come together. We didn't get
James McAvoy, Bill
James
Hader,
McAvoy.
Jessica Chastain. Who else is in there?
Finn. Isn't Finn in there?
Well, he's the kid version of Richie. I'm just trying to pick out the adults. There's a couple of actors that I don't know quite who they are. But regardless, the adult cast looks phenomenal.
We didn't get too much of the clown in the trailer.
Christ.
I know you don't like clowns.
God, that thing's fucking terrifying.
But there's one scene towards the end of the trailer where he looks like somewhat human.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have the full get-up going on, so I wonder, did they find out some way to pull him out of, a universe of some sort? Because, when you...
I think that aspect definitely comes into play, as we saw in the trailer. But, I mean, as for that specific scene, I feel like it's... Yeah, because he has a name, a human name, James Gray, who they suspected had, some kind of tie-in. So, I mean, it could be just a picture of the person who, had the clown persona and then got, taken over by the cosmic spirit or whatever it was. Like maybe it came out of a poster or a picture or something like that. But they do get into, the whole multi-dimensional, cosmic aspect of it all. When they're in that, the cave and they're kind of all circling around. It's the ritual of Chud, it's called, or Chut, it's called, something like that. If you've never read the book, which I highly suggest you do, there is so much that the original miniseries and at least It Chapter 1 didn't really delve into. It's, like I said, is a cosmic character. There's also another character who's this giant space turtle, and all this weird shit that connects all throughout Stephen King's
there was
novels.
Connections in Dark Tower.
Right.
Also, if you watch Dark Tower, there was traces of the theme park and things like
but
that.
I mean, even with
that,
Shawshank Redemption and Christine and Cujo and
I love Christine. That's a great movie.
all sorts of every Stephen King adaptation. They're all through lines to each one of them in different ways, which is really cool. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what else they want to interconnect and how much closer they can get to the actual novel than they have. Because there's a lot of really cool, weird, unnerving shit that happens in that book that I would kind of like to see play out faithfully with this adaptation. There are a couple scenes in there that are definitely just made up for the movie. The funhouse scene being one of them, where McAvoy's Jason and the kid through the funhouse. That doesn't happen in the movie. Stink eye. There's one other one as well. But definitely horrifying. Anytime they did show Pennywise, I just had a hard time looking at it, as I am obviously very terrified of clowns. Looking forward to it. September. I'm sure we'll get a press screening invite to that one.
Yeah.
And we will review that one for you guys as soon as it comes out.
Yes.
Spoiler alert. You should know what happens in it, because it's a book.
But one of the other trailers we got was Top Gun Maverick. Nah? Over there now?
Nah, not a fan.
So I was watching this trailer. I'm like, there's not enough volleyball. There's not enough abs, you know. And, you know, the only cool thing was, like, the fact that aerial flight, you know, shots look better, obviously, like 30-some years later. But the gripe I have is, like, basically how Ed Harris is, like, sitting there talking.
Ripping on him,
like, yeah.
You've been here for 30 years.
You've been here for 30 years and you're still a goddamn captain. You should be a 3-star admiral, you goddamn loser. Like,
get a haircut, hippie.
Yeah, like, I'm Ed Harris. I'm a general. I stole 12 VX poison rockets and held Alcatraz hostage. What do you know about anything? And he lost the Top Gun trophy in the first movie. He didn't even win it. Like, Iceman better be dead. Okay? He better be showing up to, like, Ice's funeral. Better be showing up to Merlin's funeral. Like, there better be, like, all these guys, like, Sundown, dead. Merlin, dead. Iceman, dead. Niedermeyer, dead. And, you know, they had the audacity to show Goose in the trailer.
Yeah.
He's, like, playing piano at the bar when they were, like, hanging out early in the first movie. So what the fuck is this movie about?
Is he coming back for this one?
Like, and then they just show a couple new... Yeah. Just puppeteer him. Hey, I'm Anthony Edwards.
He's Bernie.
Hey, I'm Bernie. And then there's just, like, some random new pilots that they don't seem to focus on. But it's, like, obviously, he's the scraggly mentor that's been there too long. I'm a captain.
What if Brie Larson's
Captain
Marvel
but you know
in this movie?
What's that?
What if Brie Larson's Captain Marvel is a fighter
be
pilot in this movie?
That'll be god
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Yeah. Why'd you even suggest that?
Oh, just
now I'm angry.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
angry.
Triggered?
I don't even want to talk about
Triggered, Bill?
I'm a little triggered.
Oh.
I'm trigger happy.
Well, keep talking about Top Gun.
Okay.
This is more up your alley.
Yeah, it's up my alley, but, like, I don't know what else this movie has to offer, though. Oh my god. Like, cool, go, take off, fly off.
Well, they had like a new version of Danger Zone.
I don't care about that.
No?
Give me old school Kenny Loggins, Danger Zone. I'm about to go ask Joel while he serves me another Lion's Head to put on Danger Zone out there because we need it. You know what I mean? I don't need no updated version of Danger Zone. Old school, Danger Zone, volleyball, unnecessary abs. Let's do it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never really a big Top Gun fan. But
real quick, over under on how many illegal flybys. Because, you know, that was Maverick's thing in the first movie. He would do the tower flybys, like real close, just to piss off the the commanding officers. Over under, what do you set unnecessary flybys at?
I'll go 3.
I agree. I'll say 3.
All right. Well, you got to pick something else because then it'll be a push.
Well, I'm going to go 4.
Well, we'll do halves. So I'll be 3.5. It'll be 4.5.
All right. Fine. Okay.
All right.
Flybys. Keep note.
How many illegal flybys?
How many you think? You never seen Top Gun?
He thinks 5. 5 illegal flybys.
Oh, my God.
But, I mean, why do you think Tom Cruise is so, against advancing his career? Like, does he just really like being a regular pilot, or is he scared, Bill? Is he scared?
Well, if you remember, when he's confronted by Iceman in the original movie, Iceman tells him, you know what? You're dangerous out there. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I am dangerous. So, you know what? He doesn't play by the rules. He doesn't play by the Air Force's rules.
No, he don't.
You know what I mean? If he's going to go fucking shoot down a MiG, he's going to go...
That's a Russian plane.
Yeah, the MiG, great plane.
Best plane, bro.
Best plane. In Russia, MiG flies you. So, Listen, don't talk about the MiG. I'm going to bring that terrific, wonderful aircraft to America. F-35, terrific, old, outdated, new MiG. It's going to be great, phenomenal, wonderful, fantastic. You're going to love it, people. You're going to love the MiG. I love the MiG. It turns, tilts, goes up, down, forward, back. I love it. It's an incredible plane. You, America, deserve the MiG.
You know, it's always great when
Mig.
Donald Trump checks into the show. Donald, what did you think about the Top Gun Maverick trailer?
Listen, I love Top Gun. It's incredible. The whole thing, the flying in and out, up in space. It's great. Did I mention Space Force? It's coming.
Right, yeah. Space
Get
Force.
ready for Space Force. It's going to be coming. It's going to be huge. Listen, everyone that's in the Army, Navy, Marines, who am I forgetting?
The Coast Guard?
The Coast Guard. Listen, they're all
Air
gonna be
Force?
Like, they're all going to be like, I don't want you anymore. I'm going to space. I'm going to be part of Space Force. The moon, Mars. Listen, I'm going to go to Neptune and forget about you, okay? Listen, tiny humans, understand. Space Force.
You heard it here, folks. Tiny humans, Space Force.
Yes. Little under 6 feet people, I don't have time for you.
How tall are you, sir?
Listen, I am, my doctor, Feinstein, told me that I am one of the tallest people he's ever met.
Oh, okay.
I am in incredible shape, phenomenal. I have the dexterity of a 37-year-old. I am younger and getting younger before your eyes. It's great.
That's
I
fantastic.
take a multivitamin every day.
That's great.
Yes.
Great, sir. Thank you very much. Bill, we had another trailer.
We had another trailer.
Yeah, we had another trailer in this trailer park to get to here. This is a reboot of a film that we've seen previously. The Jay and Silent Bob reboot aired its Comic-Con trailer.
$15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me,
Beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? Who smokes the blunts?
Who smoked the blunts? Who smoked the blunts?
So we have a lot of familiar faces. Matt Damon is back. Ben Affleck is back. The common...
lot of cameos in this movie.
lot of cameos. Chris Jericho's in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever expect much from these movies.
Shannon Elizabeth's back.
Yeah, but you know, like, it's an even keel, like, niche genre that,
Right.
like, they do this, you know, part of stoner comedy that, you know, it's like, I'm just gonna go out there and just be able to pay, you know, for this movie and just get some typical raunch stoner comedy for, you know, an hour and a half. And that's what I'm fine with. I love movies that don't try to be so much of something anymore. Like everything
You don't need to
nowadays-
overdo it and
Right.
make it not fun.
Everything nowadays is, like I said,
Like Dumb and Dumber 2.
Right, over-marketed, over-commercialized to the point where your expectations are blown through the roof. And so when you watch it, you're like, yeah, that didn't really live up to what was being hyped about. Whereas, like, you know, we talked to some of our friends, like, oh, Kevin Smith, washed up, you know, Jay and Silent Bob, the genre, like, them coming out with a movie in, you know, how long? Like, I don't really care, like, because when these guys pop up and they do the shtick that they do, like, I just know what I'm getting into. So it's like...
Let me ask you a couple questions. Did you like Clerks?
I like Clerks, yeah.
Did you like Clerks 2?
I like Clerks 2 a little bit
Did
better.
you like Dogma?
Dogma's funny.
Did you like Chasing Amy?
I'd never seen Chasing Amy.
All right, we'll watch it. Did you like Mallrats?
I do like Mallrats.
Did you like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
I do.
Then you're probably going to like this movie, too.
I probably will, yes. So, you know, like...
It's the same movie as the last one.
Exactly.
It's the same premise as the last.
And that's what I mean. Like, I don't care. Like, I know...
On purpose.
I know it's nothing new. But it's a new installment of
And
old...
it's making fun of the whole reboot,
Exactly.
you know, Hollywood angle.
Right, so line me up. I really
Sure.
don't care.
This
put me
is a movie that's really going to take not much effort to make.
No, not at all.
And it's exactly what we've seen before, what we expect,
Absolutely.
and it's going to deliver exactly what we think it's going to deliver.
True.
So, I mean, whether you're a fan of the genre and, you know, the View Askew universe, you know, Kevin Smith's, you know, directionality, you know, he's going to give fans exactly what they're expecting and what they want. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be great. Listen, it's
Bill.
a terrific movie. Wonderful. Love those guys. Bob Smith and Jason News.
Jason Hughes.
Jason Newsted. I love him. Huh? Yes. Jason Newsted. I know him.
He's a Nickelback.
Nickelback? Yes. Okay. Thanks, Don. But we had one more interesting trailer to come out.
That's a good word for it.
So we got a trailer for, you might know this Broadway play.
Hold on, I feel like he started with a little semi-Nicolas Cage voice there, so I want you to go ahead and just continue in Nicolas Cage voice.
So there was a movie that came out, I don't know if you heard about it. It wasn't The Rock. It was actually Cats. Cats came out this past week. Trailer for Cats. We got cats this week.
Yeah, I got cats at home.
Yeah, you got a fat fucking cat.
There's some fat cats in this
There
trailer,
are a couple
too.
fat cats.
Rebel Wilson.
James Corden as a fat cat. Rebel Wilson, fat cat. You kind of wonder, are they just, is that a subserving note to how most American households just have a fat cat in their family? You have a fat
We
cat.
do. She's an outside cat.
Right, she roams around.
Which doesn't make sense.
She's a fat fucking cat.
We
that
don't
just
even
roams
feed her.
around.
Ever.
So in Cats, you got all these friggin' cats running around. What the hell are they doing?
I don't know, but it's really creepy that their scale ratio is small. When juxtaposed to the background, too.
It's honestly like somebody was like, "Hey, remember that show Zoobilee Zoo?
Yes!
We should make that into a movie."
Zoobilee Zoo.
Yeah, but how are we going to make it
Zoobilee
successful?
Zoo.
Well, you know what? We call
Magic
it Cats.
and wonder
and
waiting for you.
I love Zoobilee Zoo.
Oh, big fan.
I mean, I can't,
Fred Penner. Remember Fred Penner?
I can't imagine how much drugs were involved to...
The Elephant Show.
I was a big fan of the Elephant Show.
Why does chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? That song? No. All right.
But...
Fraggle Rock.
I remember Fraggle Rock.
Down scares away.
Rock. Down in Fraggle Rock.
Absolutely. They're doing the Dark Crystal again.
I know.
Posted the
Never
trailer on
even
the
seen the original
Cinescape Facebook page.
I didn't see the original.
No, me.
But should we just wrap up Cats? I mean, basically, we both.
I just wanted to listen to memories for as long as possible.
I mean, we both are scared of cats.
Yeah, it was a really freaking weird, creepy ass trailer.
Yeah.
But a lot of huge names in it. Idris Elba.
Huge names. A lot of huge, terrific names involved. No paper straws. Okay. Gonna make Cats great again. It's gonna be great.
It is gonna be great.
And listen, let me tell you something about Cats. It's gonna be great. I got a new movie coming out. It's called Con Cats.
I think you just spelled Comcast wrong.
I didn't spell Comcast.
Comcats.
Con Cats.
Oh,
It's like-
Con Cats.
Yeah,
I
like Con Air, but Con Cats.
Okay.
It's gonna be great. There's gonna be Cyrus the virus, and
I thought you just looked at your Comcast bill and spelled it wrong.
I ain't paying them. I owe them money. They ain't getting shit from me. They can suck my.
Oh boy. That's the final trail that we had here.
Yeah.
As we're going to exit our Cinescape Trivia Park.
Let's
some
leave
cool
the trailer
trailers,
park.
some weird trailers, especially with the cats there.
Right.
A little unnerving, a little creepy,
Fuck
weird.
cats.
Same directors as Les Miserables, which I absolutely love those. So we'll see how it goes. Anything else to really add here, Bill? As we're probably going to go get a couple more drinks at the bar here at Tattooed Mom, 530 South Street in Philadelphia. Like we said, we're very excited to be welcomed back for our second roundabout here.
Yeah,
This is our,
second
year
I just want to say you look great.
I do.
Thanks to my wife for hanging on the tripod there. Thank you to Kevin from
tripod.
Everything Is Awesome. Thank you to our audience. Thank you guys. You guys should honestly just give it up for yourself today because you have been fantastic. You and you and all of you over there. Thanks.
You can't see them on camera.
Yeah,
though.
I mean,
but they're there.
It's special effects. The crochet work donated this year over here. Listen, it's been phenomenal, incredible, terrific. Listen, these wonderful people that came out today, I can't thank you enough. Just go back to where you came from. Go back to your homes. Turn on the AC. Just go back to where you came from today.
Well, as you're going back to your own homes, when you get there, make sure that you
in America.
Make sure you subscribe to us where all good podcasts are found. You can also find all of our movie and TV reviews, articles, editorials, links to all of our social media platforms, YouTube channel, all that stuff over at thecinescape.com. For myself, Sean Harrigan, for Bill, Rowdy Todd, for everybody involved with this year's Philadelphia Podcast Festival, we wanted to say thank you for having us. We'll be back next year with more people in the crowd. It can't get any worse. But our viewers out there will get a kick out of it.
We'll just bring a bus and scoop people up from Kenzo and bring them on up
Here's
here.
what we do. We stop outside of especially at this point in the summer where it's real hot, they've been evacuating the old people homes.
Oh, good idea.
We'll just scoop them up in the bus and bring them down here and make them sit here. What is this guy?
What is this tattooed dad's place? It's tattooed mom's, old person. Come on.
The hooker that I saw during the war had a tattoo.
Sean, play that dang old outro music now. All right.
Until next year, Philadelphia Podcast Fest has been real. Peace.
Woo.